Hi, I'm Millie Miriam, and I'm the Closet Quilter. Quick update on my EPP journey. That's English paper piecing. As I sit here, I'm having my cup of tea. I have been watching EPP videos all day long, for days. And quite frankly, it's wonderful. It is really, really great. Let me tell you what I've learned. Okay, I have an AccuQuilt machine, and I have an AccuQuilt EPP, a 1-inch hexagon die. It's wonderful. You can look it up. You can read about it, watch the videos, all that. That's what I have, okay? My hand is unusable. I can barely move it. I'm working on getting it fixed. I think I have to go to acupuncture because I do not want surgery on my hands. I'm a guitar player, and I can't use my hand. It's really sad. Anyway, but I can sew. You know, I can do a lot of things. I can quilt. I've got my machine. Ow. But there it is. That's why I haven't been doing any quilting videos recently. I've been going to doctors. I have a cyst right here. I have swelling, as you can see. I have, what is it they called it? Tendinitis. My tendons are swollen. So, lots of things. Sugar has a lot to do with it. I have to, which is why I'm not drinking soda. I'm drinking tea. Yay, tea. So, drinking that. Okay. It's really tasty, too. I got some really good, I'll talk about that some other time. Anyway, I want to talk about EPP. So, I bought cardstock, and I cut hexes, and they're so thick you can't bend them. It's hard for me, my hand. So, I started using paper. My husband has a lot of paper that he wanted to shred, so I stole it. I stole all his shredding paper and made little hexes. So, little paper hexes. They're easy to bend, so that's what I do. I use paper. May not be able to use them again, but I don't care. Okay? I just don't care. So, that's the first thing. Then, I cut all my fabric, made my hexes. I'm doing 1-inch hexes, okay? Finished 1-inch hexes. That's this, okay? Oh, by the way, if you have an AccuQuilt machine and you bought the AccuQuilt die, it doesn't come with the hole. It doesn't cut the hole. So if you have the, hold on, was it crocodile for holes? It's a 5/16 inch hole. That's the hole. So you could punch those into this. I think that was a 1/4 inch. I experimented, but 5/16 is really, I'll show you. These crocodile things are really cool. So I didn't really go. Holding anything with my hand is impossible. Anyway. There. Nope, that's wrong. Wrong slot. Okay. There. There. Okay. That is a 5/16 hole. So, why, you may ask? Do we want a hole even? Because if you have a hole, when you have this in your hex, if you have it in your hexie, like this doesn't have a hole. So what I'm going to have to do is spray this and take it out and then press again. If I had a hole, I could just take a pen and flip that baby out. So much easier. Okay. It's a learning experience, folks. So, that's not even the most exciting thing I've learned. I mean, I've learned a lot. A lot. Anyway, so, where am I? Okay, so, glue basting. I have a video on that. My best tip for glue basting is glue as little as possible. And by all means, for the love of God, make sure, okay, this is what you do. You've got this is your fabric. You're going to put this on the back, like so. Okay? You're going to fold it. Now, you want it to stay there. So you're going to take your glue stick, sew-line glue stick. Don't leave home without it. You're going to take your sew-line glue stick, and you're just going to touch it on the corner of the paper, not the fabric. Do not get glue on your fabric. You'll find out later. Trust me. Putting your needle through glue is no fun. So, on the paper. Jeez. On the paper. Okay, dot, dot. That's all. Just a little bit. And then you can fold it and it sticks. Let me get it in the right place. Hold on. Let me show you. Okay. I'll show you what I do. Dot, dot, dot. Okay, you can barely see this. See? Right? I can't even see it anymore. It disappeared. Okay, let me try it again. You have to be able to see it. Okay, there. I mean, just a hair. Can you see that? Right there and right there. So that's all. And then you're going to fold it. This is hard. I'm getting a new camera stand, so you'll be able to see exactly what I do. So then go like that. Voila. Then you turn it. Put a drop here. And put a drop on the paper. Right here on the fabric. And right there on the paper. Then you fold. Finger press. Move on. Okay? So that's my tip about gluing. Glue basting. Oh, there's thread basting and glue basting. Thread basting is too fidgety for me. I don't want to use my hands that much. So glue basting is the bomb. And I suggest sew-line. Everybody uses this, literally. I was using Elmer's, the water-soluble glue sticks. Different kind of glue. This is the one that you really want for EPP. Now, after you've basted said hexie, it's going to look like this. See? See how nice that is? See? Pretty hexie. Now, what are you going to do with it? You're going to sew them together, right? So, how do you sew? How do you sew? What? I'm going to sew. So I sewed a bunch of hexies. And this is what they look like. All you experienced seamstress, you can see the stitches, right? Little tiny, tiny stitches. I thought I was doing a whip stitch. No, I didn't do a whip stitch. I did something, but it wasn't a whip stitch. Oh, gosh. I mean, and I sewed. Let me show you. Oh, so much sewing. Look at that. So much sewing. Look at that. Yeah, I sewed. Wrong. All of it. So, I went today and I took every video I could find. What these stitches are. What is a whip stitch? Well, I was doing it all wrong. Look it up. Whip stitch. I'm not qualified to show you because I'm still struggling. But I will tell you, I have found a stitch a combination of stitches, okay? There's a couple things. There's what is her name? She's like the queen of EPP. I can't remember her name for anything. She's Australian. Sue Daly. Yeah, the glue lady. Yeah. So Sue Daly does a thing called a knicker knot. I'm being very careful with how I pronounce that. I want people... She has an Australian accent. I don't. I don't want people sending me mean messages. It's a knicker knot. Knickers, for the Brits, are underwear, lingerie. It's some kind of lingerie knot. But between you and me, it's a slip knot. This is a slip knot. But the way she does it is very cool. Look it up. The Knicker Knot by Sue Daly. I use the knicker knot in the corner. Yeah. Okay? I go in the corner and I put a knicker knot. And then I start my stitch. Now, I have a choice. I can do the whip stitch. I can do the ladder stitch, straight ladder stitch. That makes it so you can't see any stitches. Look at this. Do you see any stitches? You do not. Look at that. That's the ladder stitch combined with the whip stitch. If I, for some reason, did it wrong, I can go back and do a whip stitch and it'll tighten it right up. And it still won't show. So the whip stitch is a very specific stitch and you must do it right. I'm going to practice and see if that works. But from what I see, the whip stitch requires you to have thread that is the same color, hue, as your fabric. For instance, this is blue. This is blue. So I use, and this can be darker because there's dark on here. So you pick the darker color thread, apparently. These are tips I've garnered all day long watching this stuff. By now, you'd think I'd have a British accent because all of these women are British. Good God. Go figure. English paper piecing. So, I'm really proud of myself. I've got these 3 hexes. It took me all day to do 3 frickin' hexes, okay? I got the knicker knot down. I got the straight ladder stitch and the whip stitch down, so I understand the job. Now, all I have to do is sew all these frigging hexes. Look at this. I've got hexes for days. I have been busy cutting, okay? This machine puts it out, let me tell you. So now I'm going to sew my little heart's desire. So, that's my journey so far. EPP. Woohoo! Well, have a great quilting day. Thanks for stopping by the Closet Quilter.